Suppose you are studying in the library in the quiet section, where everyone is silent, purely focusing on their studies. After some time, a student walks in and begins to have a conversation with his friend in a completely normal outside tone. You will react to this very much because of how different the noise is from your environment. However, if you were in the lobby of a hotel, you would never even notice this conversation between two random people happening. We adapt to a certain environment and we tend to not notice things within it. So how does this relate to economics? Well, as a renowned economist, Richard Thaler said, we think and act in terms of change, not levels. This human tendency is reflected in economics and the stock market as well. In economics class, we talked about diminishing marginal utility. So what happens when you move up the marginal utility curve compared to when you move down the same curve? The next clip is a demonstration of this concept. I observed a phenomenon where the pain of losing money completely outweighs the happiness that comes with gaining exactly the same amount of money. As you move down the utility of wealth line, each loss gets more and more painful. On the contrary, as you move up the same line, each gain brings you less and less happiness. This just goes to show how we react to things in terms of changes, not levels, as mentioned earlier. On the graph, you can clearly see that the happiness that comes with gaining $100 is much less than the pain that comes with losing $100. Imagine a portfolio with $100. Let's examine the effects of gains and losses to the portfolio. In scenario 1, you gain 25%, bringing your portfolio to 125% of its original value. The next day, you lose 25%, resulting in a portfolio that is 93.75% of the original value. The loss affects your portfolio more than the gain does in this scenario. In scenario 2, you lose 75%, bringing your portfolio to 25% of its original value. The next day, you would have to gain 400% in order to get the portfolio back to even. If you lost 80% instead of the 75%, you would need a 500% gain to get back to your starting portfolio value. Now I have proven that this phenomenon is true conceptually as well as mathematically.